Welcome back to Journey to the Top. I'm your host, Gabriella Wilcox, and today I'm joined by Zion Edwards. Zion, how are you doing today?
Good.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So this is my second year at USM. I'm from Petal, Mississippi, so right down the road, and I played JUCO ball for 2 years at Northwest at San Antonio, and I got down here in December of 23, I guess. Yeah, so.
Are you excited for this upcoming season?
I am looking forward to it.
Yep, good. Why did you choose to come to Southern Miss after you transferred?
I came to Southern Miss because I feel like that's where God was leading me after the way JUCO played out. Wasn't exactly how I wanted it to go, but it was exactly how I needed it to go. And he opened his door for me to come down here and play ball and be back at home. So prayed about it, took time, talked over my folks, and here we are.
Sounds like a great opportunity. So my sister was a D1 athlete, and I understand all the time commitment that this can take up. So are you involved in anything besides football and academics?
I work at a gym called Teach Reform. It's a little bit down the road. It's maybe about 10 minutes away. And then other than that, it's just football and school, really a homebody, so I don't do too much.
Yeah. And then you're also in FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about like what FCA is?
So FCA is a ministry focused on athletes. Like we welcome everybody, but that's like the major focus and the major push when it was founded was to make sure athletes are getting what they need spiritually, not just because everything else that we do will take a major toll physically and mentally. So making sure that our spiritual side, the most important side, is taken care of.
Yep. How long have you been involved like with FCA?
Probably since about 7th grade, so I don't know how many years. Yeah, 7th grade. Started going in middle school when Petal first started having it, and I've been a part of it since.
Yeah, wow. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the events that FCA does here at USM?
So FCA, since I've been here, has they have College Getaway, which just finished. It's a camp in Camp Pulaski, and a little bit north of here. And Getaway is just an amazing time. They bring in speakers and a worship team. And it's just college kids at a campsite worshiping and going to different buzz groups where it's just like short teachings and stuff like that throughout the weekend. We do an international night, which is just about the region leader down here coming in for FCA and speaking to us about international opportunities we have to go do mission work in like Africa and things of that nature, getting out of the States to go help out FCA. We also do Silent Night. We're doing some series this semester too, just trying to make more disciples while we're here. So.
Have you guys also hosted Fields of Faith before? Because I know that's a big FCA event.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, Fields of Faith is pretty cool. We did that last fall, and it's a great opportunity. We did it at Northwest too, which was my first one. We didn't do it in high school, so I never heard of it, but it's a great time just to come out and meet other kids in the area who are also a part of FCA or want to be a part of FCA or just looking for Christ, and just be around them for about no more than an hour, just worshiping stuff like that. So it's really good.
How can any athletes who aren't involved in FCA get involved?
Just come. This open door policy. Even if you're not an athlete, we welcome everybody. Just because Christ would have done the same thing, he didn't turn anybody away, no matter where they're from or who they were. So it's an open door policy. FCA here starts at 7:15 on Monday nights, and so it's open door. Just show up.
Yeah, and then it's here in the M Club, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. And then lastly, how are you able to share the gospel to your teammates?
I think the biggest way I've learned how to share the gospel to my teammates, so I've been in college, is the way I live. Not necessarily what I say or scriptures that are being posted or things like that, but how do I live? How do I speak to them? How do I speak to them when there are negative situations going on around me or in football? Like right now we're working out pretty hard, and how do I talk to them when we're at the end of a workout? Am I still being positive? Am I being uplifting? How am I living outside of football? Is this just, am I just a Christian when I'm at FCA, or am I a Christian outside when we're just hanging out and stuff like that? So just trying to really watch how I live and present the image Christ would have us present.
All right. And then also, what's your favorite thing to do in Hattiesburg?
My favorite thing to do, I don't know. I'm really at home. I don't do a lot.
Okay.
I don't know my favorite thing to do in Hattiesburg. I know my favorite place to eat is probably Fairley's or Cane's.
Okay, yeah.
Which can't go a lot because of working out and everything. So it's always like a nice little treat.
Yeah.
To Fairley's.
What's Fairley's?
Fairley's is a wing spot in downtown. I think it's the best wing spot in Hattiesburg. It's like me and my friends, probably the place we go to the most when we go out to eat.
I'll have to go down there. I don't think I've had that before. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Southern Miss to the top.